plenty of work, and it's not even 7:30 yet.
That's just how we roll.
Tell you, it's boys' day. Final quarter for the year, financial year. This is definitely the time when I believe businesses make or break, is the final quarter. Often what happens is we start the year really strong, we have a break over Christmas, New Year, you set some resolutions, you get excited, you work really hard for the first 3 months, but normally this is when people will experience burnout, meaning they've gone way too hard out the gates and they actually coast into these colder winter months for those in Australia. And I honestly think this is the quarter where people, really post some great financial results which finish their financial year, or they coast into some lackluster stuff. So off to get brownies. We're going to start our office fit out over the next couple of weeks, which is exciting. New book is like this far away. It's all printed. It's just going through the final stages of getting bound and matte cello glazed and whatever else they do to make it look pretty. So this morning we got up it was still black, which is rare for us. And we drove down to Whithcott, which is about 20 minutes away. What else is happening this month, JT? What else can we inform our viewers about? Yeah, anyone watching this right now that's got some graphic design chops, we want to hire you full-time or part-time or contract or whatever works for you. This TV show that I'm sure a bunch of our viewers will know, which is called In the Box.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Put a smile on your dial. Sometimes people don't have smiles on their dials, and that's okay, as long as eventually they get the smile back on their dial. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm just like, I think that's why we need to title this Seat Beside the Marathon, because I'm feeling good, but I know that we're still like at the starting blocks. Like when I did my first PT session, as you can see, I'm a fine athlete, but it's kind of like this. I went to this first PT session and I was spent. I'm like, good workout, man. He's like, dude, that was the warm up. That's how I feel. It's like, I reckon, I hope people resonate with this, because I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I'm feeling a little spent, but I feel like that was just the warm up. And that's what business is, that's what life is. That's what I think is why we need to remind people that it's a marathon, that you need to be mentally prepared, that no, your expectations aren't at the end when you just simply go, oh, that was a good workout, and the PT called the marketplace goes, no dude, that was just the warm up. You need to be mentally prepared that, okay, this is a long time, this is going to take time, this requires a whole lot of stretching and a whole lot of other things that make it work. A good diet, lots of water intake, good sleep. Like, it's a whole big framework, but if you're not mentally prepared for the whole big framework, you're going to get disappointed because you're looking at a very small level. Your sample size is small. You're thinking, that's it. It was my pre-workout. That's what it is. No, it's the whole thing. It's massive. If you don't have that in mind, if you can't see the whole context, you're going to be left with huge levels of stress, huge levels of anxiety, lots of self-criticism, a lot of lack of self-belief, and everything, all the bad stuff. So that's why it's okay to not have a smile on your dial, because there's going to be certain days, there's going to be little pages in the story, in the overall narrative, when it's not always great. But if you're sitting and prepared for the whole narrative, you're sitting and ready for the whole story, it all makes sense. That's why there's triumph in the sorrow and all of those things, like the analogies and metaphors, and that's why, because it's a long game, it's the whole narrative. So my question for you, marathon runners, do you have the context in place, or are you looking at the pre-workout and that's it?